Can you believe how lucky? Like, I'm trying to think of this right. So as you ready for this?
Yeah.
As lucky as Leanne was to have met me,
Yeah.
I was to have met you. Let me pitch it to you.
Okay.
You're not a big sparkle guy. Okay.
Right.
If I am, so I am a tomahawk steak. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of presentation.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best cut of meat. A lot of presentation.
Yeah.
You are a petite fillet.
Okay.
But you're just on a plate by itself. So when you see it, you're like, what am I gonna do with this?
Yeah.
And then they're like, you try it. And you're like, okay. And then you cut it and you're like, oh, it's pretty good. but you go, it's not enough. I'm gonna need more. And they're like, trust me.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. And then for you, because you're a petite fillet, you really enjoy it, you get done, you don't feel sick to your stomach, and you're like, that was perfect. But I can't believe I found you. Like, I can't believe why are we friends? Like I'm trying to remember, like, what made you fun for me? Because you know me, I'm all about like fucking being a lunatic.
Yeah.
What made you fun for me?
Don't know. I really don't know. I do remember that I enjoyed you immensely early on, and you fucking, you made me laugh off stage, but you were on stage, but you were a really, you were very sweet and very endearing, and you always were like, I could see you had a really genuine, nice side to you. Like, you didn't see that many comics that you meet. Like, comics weren't always like, "Hey, are you all right?" You'd make sure everyone was like, I could tell you were a good person. And so I trusted you. I think that's the thing. I think is that I trusted you, which is weird because I don't trust you with information.
Oh, you
but
couldn't.
I
No one
trust you, like, with everything else. I
remember telling Aaron Rodgers to stop talking. I was like, I shouldn't hear any of this.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a panic, by the way? I texted Aaron Rodgers for the Greek, and I was like, hey, man, if you need tickets. And then no reply. Like 2 days before, so I'm like, day of, 3 days before, and then 2 days before, I'm like, just want to hammer you. And then he wrote back. He wrote back. I'm not going to tell you what he wrote back. Why do I do this? What the fuck is wrong with me? What is that? What is that? Here's what I think about you. And this is, I keep going back to this. It's the things that made me laugh that I didn't think other people saw is what made me like you. Like, one of my favorite, like, it was, you know what it is? It's the same thing Leanne does. It's an acute awareness of who I actually am and pointing out who I actually am to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was almost like calling me on my shit.
Right. Yeah.
And you did that
probably soon.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
And I remember going like, oh, I enjoy that. It's the girls do that to me. The girls are like, will point out things. I remember saying, I don't know, I'm not going to get into it, but like I remember I made a joke to Georgia about her prom, and she was like, and she just like, the way she shot me back is the thing I like about her. Right. Like, I made a joke about what her friends or they shouldn't do, and then she just kind of like, who are you talking to right now? And I was like, oh, I like that. I don't know why. I remember one time, how many times do you think you burp? Do you remember? I remember that so vividly.
That was on the way to Brea too.
Yeah, you were going to Brea, and I said, I don't know, like once, twice. You go 20. I just counted 20. I just counted 20 in the last 5 minutes. And I went, really? And I burped. I went, oh, I just burped then. You're like, oh no, you burped nonstop.
You burped nonstop. You were like the whole drive. And I was like, are you okay? And you're like, I think I'm fine. And then the next week, you're like, turns out I got something going on with that. Yeah. You remember? Well, yeah. Then the
best. One of my fans. Like, I love. There's. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everyone sees it in you. But like, my favorite ones are your eyes speak so many sentences with just the littlest movements. Like the littlest movements. Remember when we had that friend who locked himself in his room, was going to drink himself to death because.
Yes. I remember.
Look on your fucking face.
I remember.
That is my favorite. The Has that guy ever talked about that since?
Not in those terms, but yeah. Yeah.
God, that was a fucking...
That was a good time.
That was a really great fucking time. We should go to Hawaii. We should do a trip. Oh, you got to bring kids.
Yeah.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.